And where, when did he come to, I guess, the condo? I'm not sure what you called it, condo apartment. Would he come and stay at that condo or visit you there? I'm sorry, visit you there.
What condo, what apartment? I want to be clear.
So not your house. I know you classified one as house and one as condo, so I'm trying to use those terms.
So there's been more than, see, what you don't understand is because of this case, I got to move. And so I
Ms. Merchant, if you could ask a more precise question.
Yes, please, give me the time period.
Mr. Wade visits you at the place you laid your head.
When?
Has he ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this, let me tell you which one you lied in. Right here? I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth, Judge. And it is a lie. It is a lie.
Ms. Willis?
You see.
Mr. Sena, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes.
Things are falling apart for Fulton County DA Fani Willis, and if you can believe it, it's only gotten worse. We're going to see the latest bombshell developments in this unraveling case. And then
the audience has been asked who they think would be a good choice, and various names came up. One of them was, of course, Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah. He's made a big splash. Ron DeSantis, who's making an appearance.
So who's going to be Trump's VP? That was the question that Trump was asked directly last night. We're going to see the top contenders and what the GOP 2024 ticket could look like. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your patron professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Things have gone from bad to worse for Fulton County DA Fani Willis. Willis, as I'm sure you know, has brought President Trump up on bogus racketeering and election interference charges. But she's facing her own set of charges. The latest comes from an investigation by the Tennessee Star that found that Willis took a significant amount of money from her first election bid and used it to replenish her physical cash reserves. Willis, in her own court testimony, admitted to having a stash of unaccounted for cash in her home.
So my question was, where did that cash originally come from, if it didn't come out of the bank?
Cash is fungible. I've had cash for years in my house. So for me to tell you the source of when it comes from, when you go to Publix and you buy something, you get $50, you throw it in there. It's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that. Like, to tell you I just have cash in my house. I don't have as much today as I would normally have, but I'm building back up now. So you just put money in. It's a very good practice. I would advise it to all women.
The money that you paid Mr. Wade, the cash, in October of 2022, you do not know where that money came from.
I do know where it came from. It came from my sweat and tears.
Do you know which job it came from? Did it come from Fulton County or did it come from a private job?
It came from, what are you talking about? So it could have come from a private job because before I was DA, I was in private practice. So I earned money during that time period that's probably in there.
It could have.
Yeah, you heard the lawyer say there at the end, yeah, you don't know where it came from. Just say it. You literally cannot account for where all this cash stored around your house comes from. Now, this is important because Fani Willis is claiming that she paid cash for all of these luxurious vacations that she's been taking with her boy toy, Nathan Wade, over the last year. Remember, Willis appointed Wade as special prosecutor in this case against Trump, even though Wade has never tried a felony case in his entire legal career. I mean, that's bad enough, but then she turned around and paid him an inordinate amount of legal fees to the tune of nearly $1 million, only so that the two of them could go on these luxurious vacations to Napa Valley and the Caribbean and Belize and on and on and on. And to make matters worse, because of Nathan Wade's divorce proceedings, we've got the literal receipts from those trips that showed that Wade, her boy toy, paid thousands, not tens of thousands of dollars in trips for Willis. We got the itineraries, we got the hotel room bookings, we got proof of who paid for it all. So in order to stave off the obvious accusation that she's been financially benefiting off of this prosecution, Fani Willis has been giving the defense that she reimbursed Wade with cash, which then, of course, just shifts the question, where'd you get all that cash? And she admitted that she took thousands of dollars from her failed campaign back in 2018. So needless to say, more and more investigations are now being launched into Fani Willis's appearance of rather sordid behavior. And again, it's all just gravy to the real issue at hand, which of course is the affair that both she and Nathan Wade have admitted to. And the key with that admission is this. Those who are charging Willis with unethical behavior, they don't actually have to prove that she or Wade lied to the court about when the affair began, or even prove that she financially benefited from the prosecution by paying Wade that inordinate sum of money and then going off on these luxurious vacations together. They don't have to prove actual wrongdoing for both Willis and Wade to be removed from this case. The very fact that they've been having an affair in all of this, which they've admitted to, that's enough. That admission alone constitutes grounds for removal or resignation. So what do you think, gang? Remember, you are the news, so let us know what you think in the comment section below. Hey, gang, you've seen how much UFC fighters love President Trump and how much he loves them. They're all fighting for faith, family, and freedom. But did you know that our camaraderie goes way beyond just fighting against wokeness? We can actually get the same pain relief that the fighters in the UFC get, precisely because a fellow patriot and a good friend of this channel is the one who provides relief to that pain, and he's here to do the same for you. We all know that as we age, aches and pains are normal, but you know they don't have to be. And that's where the groundbreaking medical scientist Clint Winters comes in. You've seen Clint on Fox News. You've seen him a number of times on this channel. Clint's a world-renowned health expert who's unveiled a natural pain reliever that's taking the world by storm. It's called CB2. It's the 100% drug-free way to get full-body pain relief without dangerous meds, and it is the official pain reliever for the fighters in the UFC. So whatever you do, make sure to click on that link below right now and check out Clint's amazingly informative report on how CB2 is changing lives by providing safe and powerful relief at a fraction of the cost of pain pills. Click on that link below right now.
The audience has been asked who they think would be a good choice, and various names came up. One of them was, of course, Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah. He's made a big splash. Ron DeSantis, who's making an appearance today in South Carolina, we just found out. Obviously, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, and a big presence here for Tulsi Gabbard. Very interesting. And Kristi Noem as well, I should say. Right. Are they all on your short list? And when can we expect that you will announce your choice?
The one thing that always surprises me is that the VP choice has absolutely no impact. It's whoever the president is. It just seems. I remember when Sarah Palin was actually picked, and she did have a big up, and then they just went after her at a level that nobody's seen. The Republicans themselves went after what they did.
But you'll be a one-term president because you've already served, so you can only serve for one term, although they say you'll never leave office. I assume that you'll never leave. There'll never be another election
don't
again.
Do it. He'll never leave. He's never going. Oh, these people.
So we really did get our first sort of semi-official list of VPs here. Ron DeSantis, Vivek, Kristi Noem of South Dakota, Byron Donalds of Florida, and then interestingly, Tulsi Gabbard, who's become quite the powerful populist voice in the last few years. Now, the key here in the selection of the VP for Trump, as he pointed out, obviously it's not to get a bump in the polls with the ticket. I mean, if you check out our video earlier today, you'll see Trump is running away with this. What makes 2024 so unique is that voters know what they're going to get with both of these candidates. Trump and Biden are fully known. They've been fully vetted. And so there's really no surprises here. The vast majority of the country believes overwhelmingly that Trump was the better president of the two. And he was. Objectively speaking, he was. Things were far better when Trump was president. We had peace abroad, prosperity at home. With Biden, we've only had endless wars abroad and depression at home. So a VP doesn't really add anything to that calculus. What the VP has to be for Trump, the VP has to be even more radical than Trump. In other words, the deep state and the Washington establishment has to fear the VP more than they fear Trump. Otherwise, what are they going to do? Think about it. They're going to have the opposite problem the Democrats have with Biden right now, with Kamala in the wings, right? Democrats are doing everything they possibly can to keep Biden alive, pumping him up with whatever drugs they can so as to keep Kamala as far away from the Oval Office as possible. If Trump picks a VP that the deep state and the establishment want and embrace, then they're going to do everything possible to get rid of Trump and replace him with their preferred VP. So this is why Trump can't choose another Mike Pence. This is why he cannot choose someone the establishment approves of, because that will only end up putting the target on Trump's back. And I think he understands that. And to be honest, frankly, the only two in that list that we heard from last night that qualify from that vantage point, I think, are Vivek and Tulsi. Everyone else is just too chummy, way too chummy with the permanent political class. So what do you think, gang? What do you think? Who do you think will be Trump's VP? Who do you want to see as a VP? Let us know in the comments below. One of you is bound to be right. Among those comments, we may indeed be getting a glimpse of the 2024 ticket. But first, gang, as many of you know, we have unfortunately been completely and totally demonetized, which is putting our daily communication with one another at risk like never before. Now, we are actively working on getting this resolved, but as things stand, this channel has, without any warning, been totally and completely demonetized. And as Elon Musk said so powerfully last week, the whole point of these demonetization efforts is to deliberately try to make us patriots feel like we're all alone. They want to sever our relationship with each other and force on us a kind of digital solitary confinement so as to demoralize us and discourage us like never before. But to their horror, it's not working. Over this past week, you have carried this channel like never before. We've had more people than ever make the courageous decision to bypass big tech and join our Insiders Club. We have direct access to one another that can never be interrupted by big tech overlords. Over the last 7 days, we've seen literally thousands of you come to our rescue. And you've done it in two ways. You've signed up for our free newsletter and you've officially joined our Insiders Club. Those two acts alone are enough for us to collectively stand together and never, ever have our relationship severed. So I'm inviting the rest of you to do the same today, just by clicking on that link below and signing up for our newsletter and joining our Insiders Club. You are guaranteeing that there is nothing that big tech can do to get between us and make us feel like we're in a digital solitary confinement. It's as simple as clicking on the link below right now and opting into our free email newsletter. And once you do that, you can financially support us by joining our Insiders Club. Gang, from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you enough for your support during a time like this. You are my heroes, and it will be my mission to express my appreciation for every single one of you each and every week.